and welcome into Getting Help from Uncle Sam. You know, we're very blessed in this area of Alabama to have many, many people that have served this country. Many of them are now retired or got out after their mandatory time that they had to serve. They're now considered to be veterans, and a veteran is something that we need to hold in high esteem. In many cases, it's not done. So today I have a special guest, David Payne. And David, you have an organization called Vets for Vets.
Well, it's Vietnam Vets of America, and we are instrumental in helping vets for vets. We are vets. We help other vets, and the Vietnam Vets of America organization are different from most of your American Legion, your VFWs, your whatevers. There's 50, 60, there's 100 different organizations. But we are strictly and only isolated and work for vets.
Okay.
Only.
Okay, so you vote, when you say you vote just for vets, would that be the Vietnam veterans or just veterans?
Any vet that comes across Uncle Sam's doorstep.
Absolutely.
And in fact, we help a lot of Afghanistan and Iraqi vets now.
Yeah. What's very interesting is in 1962, I joined the Air Force. And the recruiter told me, go into the Air Force, spend 4 years, keep your nose clean, get out with an honorable discharge, and all these things will be made available to you. Okay, so I did it. Never thought about it. But now that I'm getting a little bit older, thinking, you know what, I've got some of those benefits, and we're finding out that maybe they're means tested. Or a lot of things are happening, or they're saying, well, we've got some cutbacks here. Well, wait a minute. They do not need to do any. You were telling me the story about a 90-year-old gentleman.
Yes, 90-year-old Iwo Jima, Mount Suribachi veteran, mortar team.
Okay.
Damaged hearing, damaged goods now. 90 years old, 77-year-old wife, or 70, in her 70s.
Right.
They went to church with us, and every time he turned around, he would tell her, honey, whenever I get in trouble, take me to the VA. In September of last year, he has been suffering with some dementia problems.
Right.
And he got severe enough to where she, 5'1", could not handle 6'2". And she took him to the VA, where he was promptly turned away. He made too much money, or he didn't qualify for this, or he didn't qualify for that. My father served with Jimmy Doolittle. My uncle was a World War II decorated South Pacific and European theater vet. And he told me one time, he said, ours was not the greatest generation, the World War IIs. He said, you Vietnam vets were, because we were both combat vets. And he said, I feel for you. I hate that you're treated the way you are. But that's a stereotype that's happened, and let's accept it and move on.
Well, and the thing about it is this. Vietnam, if you were Vietnam, and I was in the Vietnam era, so you're a Vietnam veteran, you didn't choose to go to Vietnam.
Oh, I volunteered.
But at the same time, you joined the service, and the service said, we have the need here at this point, and you went.
Well, something's ironic about that statement that you just made. In World War II, everybody thought that the draft was in existence and the doors were open. They're attacking America. I'm volunteering.
Right.
Well, I hate to bust their bubble, but it wasn't that way. Only about 37% were drafted. 62% were volunteers. No, excuse me. Reverse that.
Okay.
In Vietnam, just the opposite. People thought that Vietnam was the draft war. It wasn't. 62% of those volunteered.
Right.
So, excuse me for screwing those numbers up.
That's not a problem.
That's where he said, my uncle, and he's passed away, came into the thing about that their generation was, yes, they're the greatest generation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I admit that. We did something that was
unheard of.
Unheard of.
Yeah.
But we had 27 million guys. In Vietnam, there's ranging from 3 to 9 million. But yet, I'm sorry, but we're losing more of our Vietnam vets than we are. We're losing 320 to 330 per day World War II vets. They'll be gone.
Yep. Okay, what can our viewers do can they become a part of your organization, or, because obviously I think most people in this area of the country are very concerned about veterans. Very luckily, we've got legislators that are also concerned about the veterans.
Yeah, well, that comes and goes. But the biggest thing is people need to understand, if they are a Vietnam era vet, they can join the Vietnam Vets of America for a very small cost, a very small amount.
Right.
And that allows them to be in our organization so that we can form databases. We can get information from each other, and also mentor and help each other.
Thank you so much for what you're doing. And just remember this, on this Memorial Day weekend, we need to be thanking our veterans for what they've done for us. They put their lives on the line. When was the last time you put your life on the line for a fellow American, or even for a member of your family? We'll be right back right after this.